Hi, everyone. My name is Harry. I'm the co-founder of Galaxy. So we recently did our rebrand. So previously we were Project Galaxy. And today, so first of all, thank you all for inviting me here. It's really got to be here. And I'm going to talk to you about the power of Credential and SBT in Web3. So at Galaxy, we are building this open and collaborative credential data network to empower developers to build better products and communities. So you may ask, what are credentials, right? So to give you some examples, they are everywhere. They can be your public behavior data, they can be your reputation, achievement, contributions. So these can be on-chain, like whether you borrow from Compound and never got liquidated. These can also be off-chain, like whether your tweet was liked by Elon Musk, whether your GitHub repo was started by more than 100 devs, and also whether your GitHub was followed by Vitalik. These data are really valuable because they have tons of use cases. So first of all, customized voting system, right? Right now, all the DAOs, they are using your token to vote. Basically, all the voting systems are purely based on how much asset you have. This is not necessarily wrong, but in the long term, I do think this is not optimal because we also want to take into account your ability to contribute, what you already contributed, or your reputation, right? So with this credentials thing, you can actually do that. You can say, I want half of the voting power to be something that's credential based, and I can also set half of the voting power to be something that's asset based. Credit scoring is also another interesting use case. Right now, if you borrow from Compound and never got liquidated on-chain, then this can be a boost to your credit score. And then DeFi protocol can come in and say, I want to give you less collateralized ratio so that you can utilize your money more efficiently. Marketing campaigns and loyalty programs are something that Galaxy is doing a lot right now. Right now, there are already more than 800 partners and communities using us today, launching more than 5,000 campaigns on Galaxy already. It's a great way to use these credentials, to use this behavior to reward your community, to identify who are your core users, and to bootstrap your community. Civil attack prevention is also a great use case. We've seen a lot of civil attacks in the crypto space, ranging from airdrops, IDOs, ICOs. And with these credentials, we can be more confident and say, you are more likely to be a real person. You are less likely to be a bot, right? This would be a more healthy way for every community to bootstrap their users. So these credentials are really important, and there are already tons of credential data curated in Web2. So what's the current issue with the Web2 system? In my opinion, there are two main problems with the current CRAD system in Web2. So first, credential data right now are segregated in many different applications and services. We have one stored at Facebook, at Google, at financial services. This creates a high inefficiency where there isn't this aggregated layer of credential data network to query from. So imagine your data from Dota would be able to share with games like LOL, right? This sharing of data can also be security based on your permission. So this would help game to better understand and onboard because they know what types of role you play, what skins you like, and basically this enables devs to build better products and services for you. So at Galaxy, we want to leverage the permissionless nature of Web3 to build this open and collaborative credential data network so that everyone can use these from a single source. And secondly, credential data right now are owned by the applications instead of by the users. So this creates two main issues. So first, applications are selling your data, right? They're not only selling your data, they're monetizing from your data. You don't have the control over your data in the sense that even if you want to give data access to some other applications, you don't have the ability to do so. This is more of a problem for your private credential data. So for example, your private financial information, your search histories, because you don't want to have these private and sensitive information controlled by third parties. Galaxy right now is focused more on the public credential data side, but we are also doing research and plan to tap into private data space in the long term. We want to build the infrastructure so that you can own and control your own data in a secure way, and you can also monetize from these data based on your choice. So for our solution, we are basically building our infrastructure in two parts. The first part is the data infrastructure where we enable everyone, we call them data curators, to contribute data through multiple data sources. We already integrated with 10 different chains. We have on-chain data sources like the Graph and off-chain data sources like Twitter, Discord, GitHub, voting data from snapshot.org. And we're continuing to integrate more data sources so that everyone can contribute and store data in the easiest way possible. On the other side, we're also building tools to empower developers or users to pay to use these data. You can use these data through our application modules, such as an NFT module, voting module, or they can use these data in a more customized way, such as using these directly within their smart contract through our Galaxy Credential Oracle, or they can use these off-chain through Galaxy Credential API. So overall, we have this closed loop system where curators come in and contribute data, and they can also get paid when others come in to use these data. This is a rough flowchart of how our system works. So basically, everyone can be data curators. We are entirely permissionless. When you come in, you can curate data through any of the data sources that we support. And then all of these data are stored securely, privately in our credential data network. And then others can come in and use these data through all of these modules, right? Whether it's OATS, so OATS stands for On-Chain Achievement Token. It's a NFT standard that's created by Galaxy. It's a great way to represent your contribution, your credentials on-chain. You can use these to bootstrap community, to build gated communities within Discord. We also have a Discord bot for you to do that. You can use these for customized voting strategies. You can use these to find your target audience, right? If you're launching a new DEX, you would probably want to know who contributed to the Uniswap ecosystem early on, who provided liquidity to the sushi ecosystem early on. So this is a great way for you to do that. And some highlights of our statistics right now, more than 800 communities using Galaxy today, more than 7,000 credentials curated, and we have more than 5.2 million Galaxy ID users already. So to give you some case studies, right, how other projects are using Galaxy today. So for Hashflow is a DEX on multiple chains, including Ethereum, Arbitrum. So they used our infrastructure and launched marketing campaigns, which helped them grow their DEX trading volume from 20 million to 600 million in 3 months. So this user number also, their user number also grew, I think, more than 300% during the same period. So what they did is basically they took the credential curated on Galaxy, right? So whoever that's traded $100 on Hashflow is a credential on Galaxy. And they let people who have these credentials to claim these different levels of NFT badges. So this creates great value for them in 2 aspects. So first is they get to incentivize users to participate more in their protocol. This doesn't have to be trading. This can be staking, participating in your forum, discuss more and help more of your peers in Discord, vote on Snapshot and all of these. And second, they also leverage our infrastructure to convert blockchain transaction data into something that enables them to identify their loyal users, right? So they're planning to do their entire airdrop based on all the NFT that's minted on Galaxy. We also worked with YN Finance. So for YN Finance, I'm not going over all the details, but basically they leverage our infra to do the very same thing. They want to incentivize existing Woofy token holders. They also want to incentivize more people to come in to hold that Woofy token. And within 3 days of campaign launch, Woofy token holders increased by more than 34%, and Woofy supply, since it was swapped from Wi-Fi token, increased by 7%. And we also worked with various other big protocols, including Solana. We worked with 27 different projects on Solana and helped them to attract 30,000 new users. And on average, each user participated in more than 5 protocols on Solana. So it was a great way for them to bootstrap new users. And Polygon and OpenSea, right? That's another example. Basically, when OpenSea went on Polygon for the first time, Polygon Studio want a way to incentivize more people to mint NFT, to also trade NFT, and they came to Galaxy. And we helped them to bootstrap more than 100,000 new users that minted and traded NFTs on OpenSea on Polygon network. Other than that, we have a lot of other use cases, including helping all these SocialFi projects, right? Whether it's CyberConnect, whether it's UniPass, to help them to enrich their user profile through our Galaxy Credential API. And many communities today are using our credential system and our Discord bot to track who attended their Discord AMA or Twitter AMA. And they can also mint an oath and on-chain achievement token to represent their contribution. Galaxy Passport. Okay, so this is a new feature and product that we recently launched 2 weeks ago. So I mentioned about how Galaxy Credential Network can already help you to identify or to be more confident who are the real users, who are more likely to be bought, right? Galaxy Passport is going to help on top of that. So Galaxy Passport is your universal identity for Web3 adventures. We help you to store your identity information securely, anonymously. We help you to store your identity information securely and anonymously in private data vaults. So your data is encrypted with your password so that it's only accessible to you. No one else, including us, including Galaxy, does not have the access to your data without your permission. So this is a great way for you to conveniently store and use your identity information. Right now, when you go on different IDO or INO platforms or different exchanges, right? You will need to do KYC multiple times. So with Galaxy Passport, you basically has this private data vault that only you can choose who to share these information to when they request it. Galaxy Passport is also a non-transferable NFT or soulbound token, right? So this proves you are a verified person on-chain. So your private information is never written on-chain, but the fact that you passed verification is represented by this non-transferable NFT is a great way for projects to leverage this to prevent Sybil attack. To give you an example, not sure why the text is not showing here, but to give you an example, Space ID is a really popular project that launched .bnb domain service on BNB chain recently. So when they tried to launch their public registration, right, they found it's really hard to prevent bots from front running all the good domains. So when they tried releasing 300 domains on the first day, those domains were sold out in seconds, and most of them were bought by a few bot accounts. So this was really bad for their community, and they came to us for help, right? So when they integrated Galaxy Passport SBT as the requirement to participate, the first 10K domains were managed to sold out in 40 minutes, and they were evenly bought by more than 3,000 verified members on chain. It was a way for them to prevent bots, to enable a more fair launch, and essentially bootstrap higher quality community. Yeah. Oh, it's here. All right. Yeah, that's all. If you have any question about Galaxy, if you're interested in working with us, you can always contact us through any of these channels. And feel free to visit galaxy.com doc page, and we have tons of use cases there on how all these projects are leveraging our credential data every day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Harry Zhang, for your informative session. Then we'll take some questions from our audience. So the first question, I will just read it in Korean and then translate it for you. 프로젝트 갤럭시는 웹3 생태계의 필수적인 인프라를 구축하고 있습니다. 이런 인프라로 이룩하고자 하는 궁극적인 목표는 무엇인가요? So Project Galaxy is being the essential infrastructure of the Web3 ecosystem. So what is your ultimate goal of having this infrastructure?
So we do want to create this aggregate layer of data network, right? So right now, all of these data are segregated among many different applications, including Amazon, Google, Facebook, TikTok. So this is really inefficient because all of these data cannot be shared in a secure way, and all of these data are not owned by users. So what we want to achieve in the long term is we do want to create this aggregated data network that's owned by the user themselves. They can choose who to share these data to so that all these applications can leverage these data to provide better services. And users themselves can also monetize from sharing these data because users are owning these data, right? Not all the applications themselves, like Google or Facebook, who are monetizing from selling all these data to ads, to like all the ad providers today.
Thank you for your answer. And I believe that's the only time we have for you. Thank you very much once again. 여러분 큰 박수 다시 한번 부탁드립니다.